Kathy Ellerman, and this is Our Real Life, brought to you by Remax Paraíso, the experts in property sales on the Costa Almeria. And today I'm with, well, we're talking music again. I've come back to the El Pinar Bar and Restaurant and to talk music again today with Dennis Danzelman, who is guitarist,
yes,
songwriter, and
yes,
also, you tell me, harmony singer.
Bit of harmony singing, yes.
All-round talented person. And well, Tony Justice, who we've interviewed and who you perform regularly as Rough Justice.
That's correct, yes.
Well, he describes you as, and I quote literally, as an amazing guitarist.
Right.
So, and I don't think he's a man who just gives out these kinds of compliments just willy-nilly. So, amazing guitarist. Is this something which is it just natural talent, or is it something that you've really worked hard and practiced to achieve?
Originally I started learning the piano.
Really?
Yes. I managed 4 grades of piano, and then I discovered the guitar mainly through Hank Marvin, really.
Right, as many people have, I imagine, yeah.
And so much to my mother's sanguine, I decided to change to the guitar. And I must say that I wish now I kept playing the piano as well, but I didn't, sadly. So I learned to play the guitar with good old Bert Whedon's book, Playing a Day, which really does work, folks. It really works. And it just came so easily to me. I suppose I was just lucky, really. I guess I was meant to play it, and I've never found it incredibly difficult. No.
So what age are we talking when you first
about
started?
12.
Right, so pretty young. And
Yes.
and you've been playing guitar ever since?
I did, yes. I had a break from playing in public for a while when I had some young children. But mainly I've just played all my life, yes. And I still am, and I hope, God willing, I'll just go on. I love it, absolutely love it. And Tony's very kind to me, because I just do what I do.
Yeah.
But I also play with Driftwood, with Stuart Rysdale.
Right.
Who a lot of people know as he's an extremely good mechanic and a very good singer, very talented singer. So we have a good time. I've been playing with Stuart for 17 years, I think. I played in England with Stuart.
And here as well.
And we carried the name, and we both moved out here and carried the duo on in Spain here. So we're still playing.
So we see with sort of 2 slightly different kinds.
Yeah, completely different music to what I'm doing with Tony.
Yes.
It's much more country and 70s, 80s, Bryan Adams and stuff with lots of harmonies mainly.
Right.
Whereas with Tony it's more down the blues road, because that's what Tony grew up with.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually. I grew up listening to Chet Atkins and much more country people. The Everly Brothers, that's where I learned to sing harmonies, listening to them. So I've had a very varied career in music. I've tried to play all sorts of styles, not just the one. I can play with or without plectrums, fingers, it makes no difference to me. I'm just struggling at the moment to learn slide guitar.
Oh gosh, another string to your bow, as it were.
It's not easy, but it's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's always good to have a new challenge.
Yes, and I'm hoping to write a few more songs.
Well, I was going to ask you about the songwriting, because as you said, you've been influenced and you enjoy all different kinds of music. So when you're songwriting, are you influenced by all of these, or is there more, when you're songwriting yourself, is it more you go down a more particular style? Or depends on your mood?
I think it's very mood orientated with me. It depends if I'm having a bad time in my life, it seems to be easier to write songs, which is sad, I think. I'd like to write happy songs, but I always seem to manage to write songs when I'm not feeling particularly happy. I don't know, everyone's different though. People can write songs about happy stuff. I'm just not one of those people, but I do like writing songs, but it doesn't come easy. I haven't written a song now for a while, so maybe something will inspire me.
Yeah, so we don't want you to be sad.
No, I'm sure not. I've written songs about other people in situations I've seen them in, so it doesn't have to always be me, but I've seen things that have inspired me in the past.
But then a lot of the girls, obviously the blues. I mean, the blues, obviously, that a lot of that is tales of
it's all work
woe
and misery, yes,
exactly, yeah.
People with no money, no
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah. But great songs.
Fantastic, yes. I think it was just the mood of the era, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And gave the English language a new phrase.
But the other thing I really enjoy is working with other people on their original stuff as a guitarist.
Right.
I just love that. My one ambition really, which I've never achieved, is to be a session guitarist. I would have been quite happy doing that in the studio. Although I like playing in the public eye, so to speak, I'm really happy to be in the studio. I love studios, and I like creating stuff from someone else's songs. So if there's anyone who wants a guitarist,
I was just going to say, if anybody's watching this,
I'm
then
always available.
This is your man. Before you moved here, you had a whole different kind of musical life going on. I believe that you worked with Brian Connolly of the Sweet fame.
Yes, when I was about 18.
Really?
Or 19, before he was famous.
Yeah.
Yes, I went for a job with a friend of mine in a holiday camp in Bracklesham Bay in Sussex, which turned out to be the cheapest holiday camp in England. Gibson's, if anyone ever remembers going there. And I met Brian. He was a waiter, and my friend and I were doing Everly Brothers stuff as well. So we managed to persuade them to let us play in the evening, and Brian turned up and said, "I'll come and sing." It was unbelievable. He was incredible. He'd written a country song called "The Prettiest Flower in the Garden." I did have a recording of it. Sadly, it's gone. I don't know where it went. But anyway, I got to know Brian very well, and I went to his house in Harefield in Middlesex. And then he became famous. Prior to that, he asked me if I'd join his band, and I said no.
Really?
No.
Is that one of those moments when you think,
It was a missed opportunity for me. Yes, my dad, I just got a new job, and I was going to get a job, as pressure from parents. So I said, Brian, no, I can't. And 6 months later, he was on Top of the Pops.
But you never know. I mean, anything in the entertainment industry, there's always that insecurity, isn't there? And it's easy to look back and see when someone's hit the big time, but then you think of all the people who don't.
Yeah, so that was one of my missed opportunities, probably the biggest one of all.
Yeah.
But I did achieve 7 years professional in Cornwall with my really good friend Steve Cooksey in Blind Panic, and we made a CD at the end of that, and that was great times. Had some good times. I miss that tremendously. He was an extremely good singer, still is. He's a very good sound engineer, and we had great fun. And of course, then I met Stuart in Devon, and he replaced Steve in my life as a singer, because I've always just been a guitarist and harmony singer. So we formed Driftwood, and then, as you know, I came out here. So.
Yeah. So, and here, I mean, it is something that you do. You spend you do a lot, don't you? I mean, it's
Yes, I do, and I've played on other people's recordings out here, help people when I can. I had a bit of a studio at home before I moved here, up further up the mountain, and I'm hoping to build another one very soon. So I'll be able to do some stuff at home. So there we are.
So you're never going to run out of inspiration or that kind of. I don't know if it's a kick or just the thing of getting up and performing the music live.
I think it is. It's so long as people enjoy it, I'm happy to carry on.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. If the day comes I don't enjoy it anymore, I think it's time to stop. But Tony and I are doing quite a lot for Max now, and we're quite happy to do that because everyone needs some help in that situation.
Yeah.
It's
and for people who don't know, Max is a fantastic organisation which helps people who are suffering from cancer in their families.
Yeah, and it's our way of giving something towards the charity.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to do it.
Yeah.
We've all lost someone to cancer or know of someone, I'm sure. So it's nice for us to do that. And we have some good times doing it. I just think we have to work hard to really get it as good as you possibly can. Because people spend money to come see you.
Sure.
And you've got to do a job.
Well, sure, that's another thing, of course. I mean, you know, it's behind the scenes. Is there lots of hours and hours of practice and that goes
There are,
into this?
yes. I'd hate to add it all up over the years. far more work than you'd ever put into a job, I think, and a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost, it's a true dedication way of life, I think. You know.
Yeah. So however much natural talent you've still got to.
Yes, it's quite insular as well. It's hard. You can't really share it with people who are musicians, so you know it's hard for people to understand, and it's very selfish. I think it can be, being a musician, not deliberately, but the nature of the beast is, it's a calling, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, once you do it, you just never want to stop.
And I mean, it's, as I say, we're so lucky to have musicians of your quality, I guess is the right word, in this area.
Well,
we seem to have a
you
real
right
wealth.
there, because I learned a long time ago there's always someone better around the corner.
Well,
no matter who
I guess
you are.
could all say that.
And
Jimmy Page.
I learned that lesson a long time ago, and I've never forgotten it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good lesson for people to live by.
And does that keep you on your toes? Does that give someone
Yeah,
give you that inspiration to put in some more practice, to try something new?
Yes, yeah, and you wouldn't believe what you can pick up from people who are just beginning to learn.
Yeah.
They've figured out something that you can't do quite by chance, or the way they're going to develop into a player. They've found something, and I have noticed this in the past, and I thought, how the hell has he done that? And it's fabulous, and it's just the way. There's so many guitarists in the world, but they're all different.
Yeah.
And there's only so many chords you can play, but everyone's got a certain slant on it. It's wonderful. And everyone can add something that someone else can't.
So just out of interest then, who do you admire most then, or is that an impossible
Well,
question?
obviously Chet Atkins,
yeah,
from the beginnings, but I admire all the greats. I mean, Mark Knopfler, obviously, Dave Gilmour,
yeah,
Hank Marvin,
yeah,
and it just goes on. I mean, anyone who can play with feeling and you know, faultlessly, I suppose, everyone's after perfection.
Well, yeah.
And
but of course we will have plenty, I hope we're going to have plenty of opportunities to watch you performing live, whichever particular hat you're in at the time, because we've got spring coming and we really...
Yes, I do hope so. Yes, Rough Justice will go on, hopefully, to better things, and Driftwood will carry on and get more and more gigs.
Yeah.